rich, but I came from the Nile Valley. It's bittersweet, I smile sadly. Truth rarely seen like child's daddies. I'm Hotep, I style flashy. Regarded highly, I'm Selassie. As time is passing, tribes are clashing. I know the ledge, I grow my dreads. My queen's two open legs have golden eggs, I'm hatched. 9 months had to hold my breath. Now I dream so heavy that I broke the bed. Provoke the feds that slaughter the sons. 12 get the 4-5 like a quarter to 1. The war has begun. Latin for sun, the soul and melanites get more of the sun. We the fortunate ones. Got the God in the womb and the Lord in my come, and no more means love. Death is the source that I'm from. Everything that they do, we have already done. Self-taught, my ice a melt salt. Mine high price, I write and sell thought. I felt cloth, I cannot in cotton shopping. Aquaponic, chronic options. Botanizing pot concoction. Earth a thought, her twat is rotten.
Peace, family. Welcome to another episode of Underground Railroad Productions. This is your host, Rich, a.k.a. Black Magic, with the blue pillar, the 44 King, live in the flesh, UGR Studios, man. Welcome back, brother.
Salute. Peace, love, and light.
Indeed.
Rest in peace to Dr. Jack Felder.
Yes. Rest in peace, Dr. Jack Felder. A great brother. Talked to him several times out there on 2/5 throughout the years. His son, Nova. Shout out to Nova. Hold your head. Another good brother. Want to talk to you about health, veganism. Kyrie Irving, the best record of the NBA right now, said that he credits his amazing MVP-ish performance this year to his vegan diet. He said he changed his diet, went plant-based, and his body has never felt the same. He's never felt the same, and he's ready to roll now. I mean, the world is changing, Blue.
The world is changing.
Nestle done bought Sweet Earth, a vegan plant-based company. Amazon bought Whole Foods. Plant-based diet is the new trendy thing. You know, everybody's talking about in Hollywood. Everybody's talking about going quote-unquote vegan. Talk to me about this vegan craze, Blue. Is it real? Can we trust these companies buying these other companies? Is it as good as people's making it out to seem? Do you notice a significant change in people that you know are vegan versus people that are not vegan? Talk to me about this. What's going on?
There's a vegan revolution taking place, and it is affecting all walks, all corridors. Our people, like with most things, we're very late catching on, you know, but I'm happy to see that there's a level of conversion that's taking place in our communities. Just 2 weeks ago, I believe it was, 2 weekends ago, I attended a Hip Hop is Green event right down, you know, not too far from here at Juices for Life, Brooklyn, you know, owned by Styles P and Angela Yee.
Okay.
All right.
No, DJ Envy and Angela Yee, right? Or is it Styles P?
Well, I think DJ Envy is a, you know, minority owner as well. Okay. As well as Angela Yee, probably. Mm-hmm. But I know that the franchise is Styles P's juice rest. You know, his juice bars. I saw a lot of familiar faces. You know, a lot of people from the industry. Shout out to my brother Dr. G, Rastabare. It was just a lot of people, you know, that I'm familiar with, and there was a lot more people whose faces that I recognize, and they're taking this message back into their communities, into the industry, things of that nature, and the emphasis is on continuity of life, you know, expanding your lifespan. You know, people have focused a lot of time and energy towards getting to the bag, and they understand that, you know, in order to secure the bag, you want to put a little bit more time on the table. You know what I'm saying? You want to put some more days on your lifespan. So you have to do things that are in line with living longer. And right now, that conversation is centered around what you're eating. We can't exclude the impact of What the Health and other Netflix documentaries. We can't, you know, Live Kindly. I think that's another a documentary or they make clips that go viral, you know, all on my timeline. I'm seeing people post pictures of their food, and it's just an overall revolution that's taking place with people that are embracing their health more and more. And the dairy industry is showing signs of the hits that it's taking.
Yeah.
You know, and we know that the dairy industry is attached to the very, very powerful cattle industry, the beef industry, you know, as evidence with how they came for Oprah. You know, so these are multi-billionaires. These are people who are buddies with Trump. You know, these are his crony capitalists. So we're going to see a lot of acquisitions at this particular point in time. We're going to see a lot of deregulation taking place, you know, with the EPA. They're going to poison more of the air quality and the soil on purpose. You feel me? Like, they're not going to go down without a fight, but they're going to play it from both ends. They're going to put money into, you know, the level of industries that they feel is necessary for them to sustain the bottom line, because the companies are not going to go belly up. They're not going to go bankrupt. They're corporate. They're companies. They're going to go with whatever the trend is, especially if it's making money. Now, will they be, you know, will they still be, will integrity come first, per se, is what you're asking? I doubt that. You know what I'm saying? Because, again, they're corporate. So they have to watch the bottom line. You know, I remember when I wanted to get my product into Whole Foods, you know, they gave me a whole list, and they like, you know, you should take this out, you should take that out, you should take this out. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, but it you know, it's organic. It costs too much. You feel me? Like, they don't have a preference for.
Like, give the people example. What did they want you to take out? Whole Foods.
I was using organic avocados. They were like, you can get a cheaper version. You know what I'm saying? Go get you a GMO version. You know what I'm saying? You know, I was using organic bananas, and these were small price points. Like, let's say a organic banana costs 29 cents as opposed to non-organic costs 20 cents. Right. They want you to get the 20-cent one because they're looking at how they can make money, right, and they're looking at, you know, dollars and cents. So they're like, bring your bottom line down so we could, you know what I'm saying, sell it for a particular premium and hike it up. I think you got to bring it to them 1/3 of the cost of what they're going to be selling it for. So, you know, and unless I'm going and buying whole barrels full of bananas, organic, then I could probably bring the price down, you feel me, where it's coming down from a 29-cent banana to 20 cent. So they're businesses at the end of the day. They're looking at a bottom line, and they're trying to factor that in with this whole health thing, because they're going to go for whatever the, you know, whatever makes most sense in business. So, granted, but when Amazon came in, they lowered the prices of avocados, organic avocados. You know, Whole Foods used to have them for absorbent amounts. It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? It was out of the ballpark. They weren't competing with like Trader Joe's. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't competing with Aldi's. They wasn't even competing with the local grocers. You know what I mean? Everybody kind of caught on, and, you know, the price of avocados has fluctuated, especially the last few years. But nobody was really paying $5 for an avocado, and Whole Foods was selling that. So Amazon came in and they itemized. They looked at what they can, you know, what prices they could cut. Because now, once again, they're big box. They're buying things at a premium. They're buying a whole lot of it. You know what I'm saying? They're getting it from Lord knows where, so they can afford. Even they could afford to bring the price down, even if they're going to take a loss, because Amazon is not necessarily in the business of owning Whole Foods to make profit. Okay? Amazon is into owning Whole Foods because those are warehouses for Amazon stuff, right? And communities that are high wealth communities. So the communities throughout the country that have the highest earning mediums have Whole Foods in them. So Amazon is like, look, we're looking for the real estate. They're looking at Whole Foods for the real estate, not for the health necessarily, even though that's trendy. But they're looking at Whole Foods for the real estate, and they're looking at Whole Foods for the proximity of it being their redistribution centers for their products and the clientele that they have, because Amazon Prime is carried in 44% of American homes. And the majority of them are past a particular earning medium where they could be considered, upper middle class. So they're looking to push products to them. That's why they bought Whole Foods. So, they slash prices and they've made things affordable. And I've been to I would call it the Vegan Clearinghouse. It's an event called Expo West. They have it in the Anaheim Convention Center. So think about like the Jacob Javits Center of all vegan companies. You know what I'm saying? Every vegan company that you could think of is there, and all of the buyers from all of the global conglomerates, all of the big, supermarkets and shopping centers and things of that nature. They come and they see what the new products is, and this is where these companies cut these $1 million checks. I go there almost every year. So I see, all of the buyers, all of the people that are coming around are overweight. They're not in health. You know what I'm saying? Even some of the people that own these companies that are selling these products, they're not into the products. It's a business. Okay? Again, we're talking American capitalism here. This shit is a business. Some of these companies are still holding to their creed and, they have their integrity intact. And then again, others, if it interferes with the bottom line, especially if somebody wants to come and buy them out, then that's that, So there's going to be a level of compromise. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be a level of compromise. They have to adjust these companies for them to make money for the shareholders. So certain things are going to go out the window. Certain things are going to be replaced by GMO, There's a lot of other tricks that are going on. You feel me? But at the end of the day, it all goes back to there is a necessity, a urge, especially what we're seeing, what we saw these past few months with these cataclysms and these weather conditions. Like, people need to grow their own food. That's the only way that you can be in control and in charge of the supply of what's going into your body, is if you're growing it or if you're buying it from local farmers and you know what time it is, you know who these people are, you know what sort of fertilizer that they're using, you know this about it, you know that about it. Educate yourself as to what exactly is healthy, you know what I'm saying? And, there's other things that people need to be mindful of that are carcinogens. You know what I'm saying? These phones, we don't talk enough about these phones. You know what I'm saying? We don't talk about the fact that we are living in virtual microwaves. You know what I'm saying? The TV's emitting. The fridge is soon to be emitting. The phone is emitting. The computer's emitting. The tablet's emitting. You know what I'm saying? Everything's emitting radiation. And we're living in these 90-degree angle, homes where all of these positive ions are gathering and things of that nature. So there's a lot that we need to take into account if the conversation is about continuity, if the conversation is about getting out of these cancer traps that they're laying for us every turn. And it's hit home, you know what I'm saying? Like earlier this week, a friend of mine was buried, died of brain cancer, my age, came up with us and everything. And there's more and more stories that I'm hearing of people that are younger and younger and younger, that are coming down with debilitating situations that normally, categorically, you see people that are over 60 and in their 70s. You know what I'm saying? Normally, this is stuff that they'll get, the diabetes and the babies. All of this is real. You know what I'm saying? So for those that are into life, because not too many people are, to those that are into continuity of life, right? We have a large contingency of people that feel that their experience here is about beating up their body and grabbing all the experiences and checking out and going back to the creator, throwing the shit on the table like marbles and seeing what they come up with. You feel me? But for those that, want to hold on a little while and want to see some things down here and experience, elongate the experiences, then there's a lot of there's a lot of education that we need. You understand?
Blue, a lot of times people associate veganism with spirituality. And when they want to be more spiritual, the first thing they want to do is change their diet. Do you think people who are vegans are more spiritual, quote unquote, than people who are meat eaters? Do you see a connection with that at all, Blue Pill?
Well,
again, I know a couple of piece of shit vegans in my life.
I know them too.
Why.
I know them too. And again, I experienced 2 different communities dealing with veganism. When I was out west, you know, the vegan movement, right? Just as much as the spirituality community, right? What we would call their quote unquote conscious community, not the melanated version, but the one that exists up in the hills, the one that you go to Agape Center and you see these folks, you know what I'm saying? When you go to when you go to Erewhon and you see them shopping, you see them in Beverly Hills, you see them here, you see them there, you see them at the yoga studios. That spiritual community, you know, the ones that are flying out to Bali to do yoga and coming back and sitting with all the gurus and what have you. You know what I'm saying? The people that equate spiritual, like, it's no broke spiritual folk out there. They don't, you know what I'm saying? That their manifestation is a little bit more exact and immediate. You know what I'm saying? They got some things. You know, it's kind of like looked at on that side of town that you can't be a meat eater and be spiritual, because again, they have their indoctrination is more of an Eastern philosophy, right? Because these Europeans have been more so introduced to spirituality through the Indian aspect, the Eastern philosophy, through yoga and things like that. So, you know, them eating animals is not pretty much accepted. You know what I mean? They take a different approach towards how they take care of their bodies and what they're doing and what have you. You know what I mean? But they're also engaging in very risky behavior, if you ask me, in regards to their sexuality and stuff like that. So the shit is kind of confusing. Now, on the East, you know, you got niggas that'll bite into live cows that think that they're the most spiritual people out here. So, you know what I'm saying? The East is more dealing with intellectualism, and that accounts for spirituality. You feel me? As opposed to the West, where the people that are already hella smart are not using their intellectualism to pretty much promote their spirituality. It's more their lifestyle is what equates for their spirituality. In the East, niggas' lifestyle is questionable, right? But their intellectualism is what they say is, this is the calling card for my spirit. I know some things, so I got to be spiritual. Nigga can name you every 72 Goetia, you know what I'm saying? All motherfucking Solomon sales. Like, niggas can reel off all kind of shit, you know what I'm saying? They know every Orisha and they all that shit. You feel me? But especially in the Yoruba, them niggas, they eating pig and lamb and they eating whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? They eat whatever over here. And spirituality over here again equates more so with the northernmost aspects of intellectualism as opposed to lifestyle. Out west, it's more lifestyle than it is intellectualism. You don't have to intellectualize spirituality. They understand that. You know what I'm saying? It's how you live. How do you treat your folk? You know what I'm saying? Are you a philanthropic? Are you giving any money back? Again, like I said, they have already conquered materialism out west. And that gives them a different cushion to deal with spirituality. Out east, they're using intellectualism in some way to account for their materialism. They haven't, as of yet, conquered it. But their lifestyle is pretty much in question. Now, I heard something that our brother Melchizedek said the other day he was doing an interview with Baba, and he was speaking about his experiences with veganism and the fact that he said you can't be a black god if you're not a vegan, because veganism is responsible for clarity of thought, right? How can you get into your intellectualism if you don't have a clear thought? If you're sharing thoughts with animals that have thoughts as well, that have been sacrificed and, you know what I'm saying, done dirty or what have you, you're going to have a lot of conflicting thoughts. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be speaking about a lot of things that are not necessarily you speaking. You can have these parasites that are very intellectual, more intellectual than you. And sometimes you're touting their sermon thinking it's yours. You feel me? So he equated, yeah.
What do you mean? Elaborate on that.
What part?
These parasites in us.
Parasites.
They cause us to have certain thoughts or certain
Parasites,
emotions.
right. Parasites are very ancient, right? They've been here. Bacteria and parasites and things of this nature have been here forever and a day. So just looking at their ability to survive and to exist and continue to create, you know what I'm saying? They have a intelligence, right? All living things have intelligence. Parasites have intelligence as well. And a parasite is only concerned with continuity, with continuing its lifespan, right? Or creating more parasites, right? Continuity of its quote unquote bloodline, creating more and, right, propagating its propaganda, you know, to the next species, you know, to you know what I'm saying? Like pushing it forward and forward and further. So it's going to do whatever it has to do to survive. You know what I'm saying? It's going to use you as a host, okay, to set up an environment for it to survive and thrive in. And when you challenge that environment, it's going to attack you. And
Example, how would it attack you?
You know, people that try to go cold turkey off of meat end up relapsing, and sometimes that relapse is very violent. They get stomach pangs. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they're going through drug withdrawal. Okay? Some of that is real and some of that is part of your psychology, right? It's your mind playing tricks on you because these parasites are sending signals. They're attacking you. You know what I'm saying? Remember Little Shop of Horror? Feed me, Seymour. Yeah. So they have, again, because they're more intelligent than you, they know what buttons to push. They know what you like. You know what I'm saying? So when you walk past these particular restaurants, they're sending those memory signals. You feel me? They're releasing, you know, that memory is attached when you took Shorty to Red Lobster and you got some lobster later. So you like, you got you some crab cakes. So you like, oh, I remember this. You know, they're playing on your emotions. They're playing on your weakness. They're playing on your fragility, right? And it's not personal. They have to live. They like, look, Jack, it's either me or you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not suicidal. Like, I'm not going to kill myself. I've been here for however long. Y'all want to put trillion? You want to put that tag on this flat earth or whatever you want to call this shit? They've been here that long. So they like, look, I've only gotten smarter on some AI shit. Parasites are getting no stupider, right? They evolve. They become resistant to all of the other stuff that you throwing in your body to get rid of them. You got to keep modifying stuff to throw at them to get rid of them, which means that they're growing more intelligent, like roaches. Huh? So,
Well, let me since you said that, let me talk to you about you know, we're talking about veganism. Let's just use a brother like Dr. Sabi, Dr. Africa, or, you know, just any brother. It could be KT, the Arch Degree. It could be Minister Inky, where they have products that work. You know, let's just say it's a detox, and you go to Minister Inky or you go to KT, the Arch Degree, and you say, I want to give me something so I could detox my body. And you start taking it and you feel great. You calling these brothers and you're saying, man, I love this product. This shit is working wonders for me, my brother. But then after 6 months of taking it, or after taking it for a certain amount of years off and on, you notice it doesn't affect you the same way anymore. Why would the herbs not have the same impact when you first took it years later? Is it because the parasites are fighting? Is it because I just noticed a lot of people talking about that from different products from different places where they're saying it doesn't have the same impact if they keep taking it continuously. So what's the science with that?
Because these herbs are stabilizers. You know what I'm saying? They're not to be taken forever. That's like a drug. You dig what I'm saying? So the herbs are like supplements. They're there to get you right to fill whatever vacancy is needed to be filled, right? For you to get back to a level of homeostasis where you can do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Or you can find a food source that gives you whatever that mineral is that you were looking for, that compensates for the lack of the mineral that you don't have. You feel me? But people, they treat everything in an addictive, abusive manner. I'm going to keep taking this for X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? Look how people smoke weed. Look how people hit the bottle. Like, these things were once things that you did every now and then to give you an edge or knock an edge off, and you know what I'm saying? Or you did it to celebrate, or you did it for, to get in contact with spirit or what have you. We are in an abusive nation. You know what I'm saying? We are abusive society. We abuse everything. You know what I'm saying? So herbs are no different. People abuse the herb and they strip their body down to the level where the body's like, I could be overly compensated with this mineral and I can't do nothing with it. You think you need it. But do you? You're relying on this mineral every single day for what? You understand? Once you got back to where you needed to get to, then you need to get somewhere else and put that mineral down or put that herb down and figure out something else. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, that's that on that.
Do you think, just using sports as an example, since we brought up Kyrie Irving early in the conversation, all the injuries we see in sports, I don't know if players got hurt as much back in the 80s and the 70s or early in even the 90s in the Jordan era and the Barkley era. I don't know if they got hurt or injured as much as players get hurt and injured now. Do you contribute that to our diet? Because, the foods wasn't as messed up back then as it is now. Even a hamburger was different back then than it is now.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, because studies have shown, and you can watch the documentaries, in particular, how they push milk as milk does a body good.
Right.
And it's supposed to strengthen the bones. It does the opposite. Okay? So it's making the bones more brittle. All right? Do the research, family. I'm not going to go into the science of what that is, but do the research yourself. You know what I'm saying? What is taking place with people's bodies by the intake of these meats, and this is not about your nana, this is not even about your mama, okay? The intake of meat that you're taking, the level of how they're doing this meat, this is not the meat that your grandmother used to eat. This is not the meat that your mama used to eat. You know what I'm saying? They didn't raise those chickens in the same mannerism. They didn't raise those cows in the same mannerism. They didn't raise those pigs. They weren't exposed to the same toxins and pesticides. None of these things were being done back then. They're being done now. We're seeing real-time effects, unlike anything that we've seen before, because we've never necessarily been here, all right, during these times. And that's my thing. Like, this is not a segment about knocking meat eaters, veganism. We're speaking about the benefits of veganism. We're speaking about the vegan revolution. My thing that and I know some piece of shit vegans, like all the way piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, the food is not going to save the fact that you're a piece of shit. And I know some angelic beings that eat meat. Straight up, like, wonderful people, right? Incredible people. The thing that I try to bring to people's attention is the cruel, humane way in which the meat is being processed. You know what I'm saying? Especially the people that walk the walk, that they militants and they talking about white supremacy and stuff like that. And I'm like, yo, you're letting white supremacists feed you, though. You know what I'm saying? this white supremacist by proxy, you're eating that disease. You're eating that energy. You know what I'm saying? They're processing these pigs out in North Carolina and West Virginia. They're making these eggs and all of this stuff. Like, you know, all of these people that are handling, you know what I'm saying, the people that are slaughtering these animals and what have you. You don't know if those situations are ritualistic. They're putting down 20,000 chickens at once. You feel me? And you taking one chicken and you trying to do your little juju with it. What you think 20,000 chickens is conjuring up? You feel me? And even without that being done, the condition in which these animals are dying, you are intaking that energy. You feel me? And we can see the real effects of what that shit looks like in our neighborhoods. Because I think Polite spoke about it. You know, the high crime that you always find around crown chickens 2, 3 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you don't see, you know, none of these places getting read up. You know what I mean? With as much chicken as they sell. Where's the chicken trucks just pulling up? You know? Like, and the news can put out the fact that those Chinese restaurants were selling you cat. This is just not a theory. You feel me? They can tell you that there's human DNA in McDonald's, and you still going to get it. So, like, if you're accepting food from the hands of a thing or a person that you call the devil, then I'm just questioning your level of ideology in regards to what you would do for the sustainability of yourself or your family. That's what this conversation is about. You feel me? The source of the food. Because you are what you eat. And we've seen what you've become. You know? So we're trying to speak to that part of you that's like, damn, that makes a little bit of sense. But then I'm tasking you with the dubious task of saying, well, to be all the way responsible, you should be growing your food. Now, people don't want to take it that far. You know what I'm saying? I posted some great devices lately on my Instagram page. You know what I'm saying? They have these, you know, hydroponic units. You can grow herb even, like right in your living room. You know what I'm saying? They got the lighting and the water system and all of that. Throw the seeds in there. You feel me? Like, there's a lot of things that could be done. You know, you can go through the whole list yourself and figure it out. You know, the community gardens or the co-ops, you know what I'm saying, and getting to know your local farmers. This is all shit that black people don't do. So I'm kind of like asking you to be a different person. Dig into that white part of yourself, because you want to do white everything else, right? You want to dress the white designers. You want to, you feel me? Get this white, get that. Oh, just because they got it, I want it. All right? Well, go and eat like they eat then. Hang out with some white folks and see how they eat. Not Billy Bob and them. Not the niggas, not Keaton and them that you donating to. The other ones. Okay? The other ones. The gentrifiers. Just do the ones that's coming into your neighborhood. Just ask if you could hang out for, like, can I eat with you? You know what I'm saying? Can I invite myself over to your house for some dinner? You understand? And let them be them. They're going to bring you out some nasty-ass Brussels sprouts or something. But once you get past the Brussels sprouts, try to figure out, damn, well, what it is that they eating. You feel me? If I want to be like them, how can I eat like them? And then figure that shit out. And then follow that. You know what I'm saying? Find a more affordable way to do it, though. You know? Because I'm seeing them blow like 16 in Whole Foods in that blink. Have the shit get delivered. They can't even take it home. You know? So you probably can't keep up with that. But figure it out. Find you a way. Try it out. This is, again, for the sustainability of your own physical and mental health. Okay? Because I'm seeing niggas in suits talking to themselves. All right? I'm seeing motherfuckers with the 9-to-5s and all of that. They got the shiny shoes on, right? Tailor suits. They still in the corner mumbling to themselves. Right? Their mentals is shot. And I'm thinking it got something to do with the food. You know, not only the stress factor of living in the city, but the food, man. You have no idea what they putting in that food. Because you have no idea who these people are. You still think this is a game.
And on that note, Blue, we're going to wrap it up. Let me just tell everybody, make sure you sign up, support independent media. You hear what's going on with net neutrality. Sign up to Patreon. So we could keep this thing going on, so we could continue to deliver information like this, whether it's veganism, whether it's music culture, whether it's spirituality, quantum physics, whether it's metaphysics, or, the law of 44, whatever it may be. Make sure you support patreon.com/blackmagic363 and Blue Pill. Leave your info, my brother.
There's so much information coming out as of recently. There's so much research, and I know what the issues are, and we're going to do our best next year to address those. It's meal prep. You feel me? The family doesn't necessarily know how to make this food. They don't know where to source the food. You dig what I'm saying? We're going to get to that, because I eat lovely. Like, I can't go back. You know what I mean? Because there's so much good vegan food. It's not a lot of places to source it necessarily. I got the plug, you know what I mean? But I want to do what I can more and more to share this experience with people, because I know how it is when you telling somebody something. They've either, one, never experienced it, or two, they can't access it that easily. It's like you're taunting them. And I don't want this to be, one, a conversation where I'm taunting people, two, where I'm condemning people, three, where I'm being accusatory of anything, because that's whack. I'm not going into the new year. I'm definitely not better than you because I don't eat animals. My body, I'm still paying for the time that I ate animals. I still got shit that I got to get over. You know what I'm saying? It's still with me. I haven't forgotten it. I can't shake it, because it's still stuff that I have to deal with every single day. You know what I'm saying? So I know the damages that my body has undergone for maybe eating meat for 2 decades. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm not better than nobody. You feel me? I just know that if I'm going through what I'm going through, I can imagine what other people are going through. You understand? Because I have something to fall back on. I could get herbs from Mama Pill. I could get herbs from KT. I could make sea moss for myself. I can wean myself off for a little while, you know what I'm saying, and get my stuff together. I used to relapse a lot. I'm not going to lie to you. I relapsed a lot. You know what I'm saying? The parasites was alive. They had, I'm telling you something that I know. I'm not telling you something that I read. I'm not theorizing with you. I'm telling you real shit based on my own personal experiences. So, I was able to get it under control, once I really made my mind up, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, look, I'm going to go through the pain. I'm going to fight through it. You know what I'm saying? Me working out and equating going through the pain of my workout is the same thing that I utilize to break my addiction dealing with the food, or to break, the hold that the parasites had on me. I had to have an appreciation for pain. I had to have an appreciation for discomfort. You know what I'm saying?
That's deep. Wow.
So I developed in my own, for myself, my own system, and I want to help. You know what I mean? I don't want to point fingers. I don't want to condemn. I don't want to make people more uncomfortable than they probably already are in their personal space, because their body's talking to them. I know your body's talking to you. I know that you're seeing signs, but you don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? And I want to do what I can, should I say, to help you not be so uncomfortable, because I know the discomfort. You feel me? So for the people that are looking to get their thing together going into the quote unquote new year, this is when people make their resolutions. Check out Mama Pill, greenleaf-herbs.com, ktthearchdegree.com, of course, Ocean 14 Corp. I'm still not shipping the sea moss as of yet, but we're working on it. You know what I'm saying? With Amazon. You feel me? Now that the prices have lowered, we're going to see.
One more question, Blue, before I forget and you wrap it up. At the same time, the vegan revolution is happening. We're seeing the marijuana revolution happening, where more and more people are smoking marijuana, and more states are going to legalize marijuana. In terms of marijuana in your health, when a lot of people smoke marijuana, they get the munchies and they want to eat. So is that in any way, shape, or form connected to these parasites that you're talking about? Because you could sit here and smoke a whole blunt and you be hungry like a mother. Something's talking to you after that blunt. You want to eat something. So does that have any connection with these parasites?
We can correlate that internal impulse to say, okay, well, that's how parasites, quote unquote, operate. But that's not necessarily parasites that are sending signals to you during periods of munchies. I think KT scientifically explained it at one point. You know, he explained
I didn't hear
what part of the stomach it was and everything. You know, that's why, like I said, in California, places that are a lot more progressive with their veganism, they have munchie delivery services. You know what I'm saying? Like they figured all of this stuff out.
Wow.
Just like you could get organic weed delivered, you could get your organic snacks to munch on. You know, they've figured out all aspects of it. We're behind the ball, still trying to figure things out on this side of things. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know, munchies is a real thing. You know, and yeah, people are definitely opening up to that herb, to that plant in particular. You know, but there's a lot more herbs in the catalog. There's a lot more plants in nature, and they all do something. You know what I'm saying? They all probably don't roll in smoke like the cannabis, but you know, all of these herbs are of use. If you can look at that one plant and see what it does, then imagine there's 3,500 other plants that do things. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to go no further than the pharmaceutical industry. All of those drugs, all of those pills that we talk so much about, their active ingredients are herbs or plants. Okay? So, Inky did something with Keith Murray recently. I advised the family that you might want to go check that out on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, KT got his site. Mama Pill got his site, Supernova Slum. Got the Mega Green. Shout out to Supernova Slum. Shout out to Queen Afua. Shout out to Chef Ali. You know what I'm saying? And that entire family. There's so many people. Queen of Greens, Lauren Vanderpool. You know, she does meal preps, wonderful meal preps. She, you know, came from cooking for Michelle Obama and all of them. Like, Hip Hop is Green. That's another, like I said, that's an organization affiliated with Styles P. There's a lot of great people over there that are doing wonderful, powerful things, you know, bringing this information to the community. The revolution is going to continue to grow. There's so many people on the internet, on Instagram and all of that got information. Holistic Heights, you know what I'm saying, doing her thing with her products. It's a lot of information. It's a lot of people actively involved with providing an alternative. You know what I'm saying? Just being here for you when the time comes. Because I'm running into people that I went to school with. I'm running into people that's in the hood. You know what I mean? Like, they're getting the information. They're converting. They're trying things out. You know what I mean? And they're coming already with a pocket full of information. They're doing their studies, because when they roll up on me, you know, they got it on, they got it on cap. They know X, Y, and Z. They've already started putting some combinations together. They've already taken the first step. They just need a little bit more. So it's interesting. You know what I'm saying? It's very interesting. Again, like I said, this is not, you know, this is not attacking people that eat meat. It's not marginalizing people that eat meat. It's not a I'm better than type of situation. This is just providing a different perspective, an alternative, and posing some questions, you know what I mean, that you should just be able to ask yourself, because health is a real issue. In the health industry, the multi-billion-dollar health industry, the way that they're setting and they're lining this thing up, they seem to know that more than half. Oh, then there was another report that 50% of the cancer cases that are accounted for, attributed for in America, they're all attributed to bad health choices, like bad eating choices. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, the statistics are come, the reports are here. You know what I'm saying? the health industry knows that they're going to have a flood of cancer patients. They're going to have a flood of heart disease patients. They already know that they're going to be a very large amount of people, you know what I'm saying, they're going to be debilitated because of the current choices that they're making with very bad options. This food is inferior. You know what I mean? And inferior food is going to make inferior people. And I want to be surrounded by superior people. So I want to play my part however I can to get this information in the right hands. Peace, love, and light.
Peace.
Rich, but I came from the Nile Valley. It's bittersweet, I smile sadly. Truth rarely seen like child's daddies. I'm in Hotep, I style flashy. Regarded highly, I'm Selassie. As time is passing, tribes are clashing. I know the ledge, I grow my dreads. My queen's two open legs have golden eggs, I'm hatched. 9 months had to hold my breath. Now I dream so heavy that I broke the bed. Provoke the feds that slaughter the sons. 12 get the 4-5 like a quarter to 1. The war has begun. Latin for sun, the soul and melanites get more of the sun. We the fortunate ones. Got the God in the womb and the Lord in my come, and no more means love. Death is the source that I'm from. Everything that they do, we have already done. Self-taught, my ice a melt salt. Mine high price, I write and sell thought. I felt cloth. I cannot in cotton shop in aquaponic chronic.